Hello everybody, welcome back to a new Genesis Green Month, something whatever video, and today is my birthday. So, in order to celebrate, I'm gonna make a video on the 8BitDo M30 Bluetooth gamepad. 8BitDo, I'm not sure. So pretty much this is a Sega Genesis style Bluetooth controller you can use on your Switch, PC, Mac, Linux, Android, I think iOS. So, yeah. Please say happy birthday to me in the comments, I'd really appreciate that. But anyways, we are going to unbox and review this. So the slides out of like that, I don't know how to describe it. But here we have our controller, and it's covered by plastic. And you can see we have just a Sega Genesis style controller with a few extra buttons. I'll go on to those later. You have a charger, which comes in it's like wrapped. And it is a USB-C charger, so it should be compatible with your Switch's charger, and yeah. It has a manual, which explains how to connect to different modes and the controls. However, I would recommend you use the online manual, because it actually explains more. And, of course, we have our controller, and it has our D-pad, which is actually known as the analog stick. I'll get to that later. Start button, minus button, heart button. And then we have the face buttons. There's 6 instead of the usual 4 we get on modern controllers. And 2 shoulder buttons, which are L and R. And the sync button and the USB-C. And if you go in the back, you can see it pretty much has copyright stuff and how you activate to go into like Switch mode, Mac mode, iOS mode, or no, Android mode. But I think now it's time we get into actually playing games with this. So I'm going to show you how to connect it to your Switch. Go to controllers, then change grip order. Hold start and Y to put it into Switch mode. Then I just kind of press a couple buttons until it connects. There we go. So the controls, pretty simple. ABXY or ABXY. L and R are ZL and ZR. Z is L and C is R. And everything else is just the same. Start is start. Home is home. Yeah. So you can actually swap A and B, X and Y, so it's more like how the Switch is laid out, except on the controller it obviously doesn't change. So you can see on the screen I'm pressing B to access. And I'm going to remap the controls because the way it's currently laid out, it doesn't really work for the Sega Genesis Classics collection and the Switch Online. So you can see I remapped the buttons. So I can press with C. I'll put like a graph on like what I changed on the screen. And now we're gonna play some games. First I started off with Sonic Mania, obviously, since, you know, Sonic, Sega Genesis. So yeah, I can say it's really good to play with the controller so far, and I switched to Sonic 2 on the Switch Online. And again, I said you have to like remap the controller so the controls actually match the ABC XYZ buttons on the actual controller. And then I went to play Super Mario Bros. It's very cursed to play with a Sega Genesis controller, but honestly, it was really fitting because on the normal Switch controller, BA is slanted, so it doesn't feel nice to play. But on the M30, how I configured it, it's not. And then I went to Super Mario Maker 2 and I played the Super Mario World level, which had like a 10% accuracy. So I kind of died. So I'm just not going to show that. And bizarrely, since the D-pad is actually an analog stick, you can play Super Smash Bros. I wouldn't really recommend it. It didn't really feel that great to play, but you can do it. Okay, here we are in Retroarch. So we're just gonna play some Sonic the Hedgehog, I guess. I don't know what just happened. My computer froze. Oh well, I guess we'll just move on to the next game. I decided to go with Sonic the Hedgehog as my first game, because obviously Sonic the Hedgehog Sega Genesis controller. It's a perfect combo, because, yeah. And then I moved on to playing SMB3, the SNES All-Stars version to be specific. And it worked pretty well. Oh, also, the camera in the bottom right, yeah. It's a little out of sync. That's just because I'm not really good at editing, so it's not gonna look right. And then I moved on to Sonic Blast, the best video game to ever exist, obviously. And then I moved on to playing Sonic 3 Air, because, again, that would be a good fit. Now, the way Sonic 3 Air handles controls kinda isn't the greatest, because, like, depending on, like, what you configure as your buttons, the jump buttons may not be in the correct place. And then I got F and F working somehow, because Psych Engine actually supports controllers. I'm pretty sure the latest version, like week 7, also does, but I wanted to play Psych Engine. So you can see me playing week 6, and I'm doing... I mean, I could have done better. And then I moved on to Mario 64. Unfortunately, I did not have, like, I forgot to record camera movement. But due to the layout of the Sega Genesis controller, you can actually set this up in a way where it plays really well. You just have to remap some things. Some buttons will be missing, like the L button, and obviously depends on the game you're playing. But like, since Nintendo 64 games were made to like have 2 control schemes, like D-pad or analog stick, you'll be fine. Before I finish this review, I want to talk about like comparing the 8BitDo M30 to the 8BitDo Pro 2, which I reviewed Christmas 2021. I say that like that was a while ago. That was last Christmas. So obviously, you're only missing really analog sticks and all the pro functions like the layout switcher, the back buttons, but or I don't know why I said but. I was talking about like you lose rumble, NFC, but also this doesn't have NFC and motion controls. But since this controller is mainly for Sega Genesis games or 2D games, you don't really need that. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, that concludes my review of the 8BitDo M30 Pro. No, it's not Pro. The 8BitDo M30 Sega Genesis style Bluetooth controller. Do I recommend it? Yes. If you're looking for a controller that is like very good for 2D games, has everything you need, that isn't like modern, like analog sticks, rumble, but still has enough buttons to play most 2D games, like if you're like looking for like something for like a RetroPie emulator box, this is really good. I would recommend this. If you're looking for like something that has that like that it's good for retro games and modern games, I would recommend the 8BitDo Pro 2 that I reviewed last December. So thank you all for watching. It's my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Goodbye.